In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create an Elementor mega menu using Elementor, and it's all going to be free. So if you've ever seen a website with a mega menu that drops down and you see colorful items, then that is what we are going to be doing in this video. The first thing we need to do is to go to plugins, and we need to install plugins. I want to click on add new, and first of all I want to look for Elementor. Of course, Elementor is what we are going to be using. So I'll install this. And then just right below, I want to install Elements Kit by WP Met. I'm going to install that. And then I'll come to install plugins, and I want to activate both of them. I'll activate both of them, apply. While they're activating, this is what the website looks like. You know, this is what it looks like. Or if I come here, this is what it looks like right now. So we are going to add in our mega menu, and then you are going to see some items will pop up under here. So the first thing we want to do is that we want to come, I'll just close this. We want to come to Elements Kit, come to settings, and then you have to go through all this process. It's going to tell you to set this up. If I go to header footer under Elements Kit, so it's going to tell me to set this up. I'll just trash this first. I was using it to practice. And when you set it up, come and click on add new. Click on header footer, click on add new, and then want to see header. And the condition should be the entire site. Save changes first. Now it's going to bring you here. It's going to bring you here. One thing you need to do is to come and make sure, let me close this and reload this. Select the menu item. Let's say if I want to do, if I want to have this mega menu to be under listings, it's going to, you have to know which particular item you want the mega menu to be under. Now that I've had Elementor, when I activate this header footer, it's going to take over from this particular, let me close these pages. It's another tutorial I'm doing. It's going to take over from this one because this website is not using Elementor right now. But when I go ahead and I add Elementor header footer, this particular one, when I activate it, it's going to take over from this. You will no longer see this. So the first thing I want to do is that I want to come here and identify, and then toggle on enable this menu for mega menu content. And then when you enable that, you can come and click on save changes. Just click on save changes, and then come back to this and click on edit again. Now we want to activate this, and it will be on the entire site. For this to use it only on a singular post or an archive, you need Elementor Pro for that, or you need Elements Kit Pro. And we are also using, we are creating a header. So click on save changes, and then click on edit content. It's loading. Now if I preview this, you will see that the menu has changed. Now let me just close this, and I want to reload this page. You will see the menu has changed. The menu has actually changed. So let me come here, and I want to set the menu. I want to set it as this. I will save this. So that is our menu, and I want to preview it now. Now when I come here, you will see there is no menu item here. And the reason is that when we created, it's the same thing here, and I'll just close this here. When we created this and we clicked on edit with Elementor, we have not added anything there. So we need to add the nav menu, this particular one by Elements Kit. So I'm going to add that there. And I want to select the primary menu, that's the header. And you see it appears there. If I now come back here and reload this page, you see we have this menu. So What we want to do now is to create the nav menu. If I come here, let me come to templates. One thing I can do before proceeding is to come to the menu, and then I want to add an extra item for it to be, independent. I'll add a custom link. I'll say pound. I'll put here pound, and then I'm going to say test, and then I'm going to add it to the menu. So if I save that and I come back here, we should have test here as one of the items. Okay, I didn't save. Let me save it now. And if I reload, we have test there. Now, it is on this test that I'm going to add the mega menu. I'm going to use this block and this test to add two different types of mega menu. So I'll come back to my menus, and then I want to choose this header. Now that we have enabled this menu for mega menu content, I want to come to blog, and I want to click on mega menu. So I want to add a mega menu on this particular blog, so that when I hover my mouse here, I'm going to see, you can see the way I created it for these other ones. So I want to do the same for blog. So I'm going to first of all enable mega menu, and secondly, I'm going to click on edit content. So it brings up this pop-up, and this is the Elementor interface. Now that we are here, I want to add a container that's a flex box. I'll add this horizontal one. And then what I want to do is that I also want to add another container inside here. And it's also going to be horizontal. Then now I'm going to add sub containers inside this. I'll just duplicate this now. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. So for this first one, I can show you how to add images. So I'm going to click on this first one, go to style, go to classic, and then I want to go to media library. I could add these people's pictures. I think I'll start with this guy, add this picture here, and I want it to be position center. I want it to be no repeat. Display should be cover, but I want this to be shown better. So I'm going to look for spacer. No, that's not it. Now delete this. Let me search for space. So this is spacer. I'm going to put it here, and I'll make this 150. 150. And I'm just going to duplicate this, and then I'll delete these other ones. I'll delete this one too. I'll delete this one. I'll duplicate this. I'll also duplicate this. Now I could make this to be 200. 200. I could come here, change this particular one to be this lady. Change this one to also be this other person, this guy. I will change this one to be this, let's say this. I want a square image. I'll use his shoes. Let me just use his shoes. So we have that. And if I come now, I'll just say I want to publish. And then I'll close this, and then I'll save this, save that. And then for the settings, I want this to be default. And if I should save that and come, and then I reload this, you see if I bring my mouse over block, it brings this mega menu items. Now it is up to you. You can make them clickable. You can make them clickable. Let me put this to be relative, and I'll reload the page. So you see now, come to this site. So it is up to you. You can edit this. You can come back to content, click on edit, and you can make this to be full width, not boxed. You can make it to be full width and expand the size. So I can come here and make this to be full width, and I can publish that. And you can also put links behind this. Just click on any of them, and then you come to additional options. No, not that. Let's come to container. You should be able to add a link. If not here, then on the picture itself. If you can't add a link, then there is this free plugin which is called Link Embed. You can download that plugin, and it's going to give you the ability to add links behind most Elementor widgets. I'll come to advanced. There is no link here. There is no way to add link. So in that case, if you want to add links, what you could do instead of adding this picture as a background is that you could instead drag an image widget and put it on top of here. I will delete this spacer. You can instead put an image widget there, and then on this image you can put the picture of this person. So you see the picture is here, but for this it's going to be easier to add a link. So this is the link now. You can add a custom link, or you can add, link it to one particular content inside your website. So if I save that and I reload, I've just saved. Let me close, and then come back and save. Then if I reload this page, so the full width is not displaying very well, but you get the point. Now I want to show you how you can add something like maybe different list. So I'll come back here. Let me come to settings. Okay, this is where we set it to be full width. Let me save that, and then I'll reload my page. So you see it is now full width. It's now full width, but we can also set it to be default, not relative. So if I come now and I reload this again, so you see it is full width. It occupies the entire page. So that is what you can do. You can do that for a mega menu. Now I also want to show you how to use list. So I'm going to X out of this now, and then I'll just close. No, not close that. I want to use test for mega menu. I'm going to toggle on mega menu, and then I'm going to edit content. It's going to give me another pop-up window. It's loading. Now that it's loaded, I'm going to do the same thing we did. I'm going to add a flexbox container. I'm going to add another container inside here, and the first container should be horizontal, the one inside horizontal, and then I'll add other containers, and then I'll duplicate this. You can duplicate it 3 times. Then I want to look for list, and I want to look for elements kit list. You see page list, so I'm going to drag that and put it there. So you can add items. Let's say item 1, and then you can give a subtitle. And then you can show an icon. You can give it an icon. Let's look for 1. Anyway, we don't have any icon like 1. I'm just going to give each of these an icon, this particular icon. I'm going to add that there. So you can change the color to red or to blue or whatever. And then you can select a custom link, or you can link it to a page, like maybe the listings page. So you can see, we can just say listing one. So that is that. Then you can show label. You can say this is default title. You can add whatever label you want and see just one. Or you can put maybe something like sale. You can say sale. So if you have a website and you want to put some items on sale, so you can use that. And then you can change the color of the text. I'm going to leave it to be that. I'll cancel this. Be very careful. You can easily delete something. So for this one, I'm just going to duplicate, and duplicate. Okay. So for this, I'm going to say 2. And I'll come down here and see 3. I'll close this, come here and see 4. So we have this, and when we come to style, we can style the content. The icon, we can leave it the way it is. For the text, we can make the text color to be dark, to black. And we can also change things like the margin and the padding. So let me come to the content first. I'll come back to the content, the list. And you see, you can do quite a lot here. You can show the label, you can set custom links and all that. There is something behind here called settings. I'll just leave these ones the way they are, real to show. And then I want to come here for this particular text. I've changed the text color, but it doesn't give me, okay, the typography, here it is. I want to change the typography to pop-ins. And to change typography to pop-ins, and the weight should be 500. And then the line height, each of these, I'll just leave this to default. I'm going to change the spacing. Let me come to the list. And on the list, I want to give a padding. Yes, all around padding of 4. So that is what I want to do. I will duplicate this. And I'm going to drag this here. For some reason, it keeps freezing. I will also duplicate this other container. And then I will duplicate this now. I'll put it here. And I will duplicate this. I don't know why it's freezing so much. And then I'll put it here. I'll add it inside here. What on earth is happening? Anyway, let me just copy this and paste it here. I'll paste it there, inside here. So I'll delete this last one. And if you like, you can come here and do some more styling. You can click here. This is the list. And then you can come to the style. And you can change whatever you want to change. You can change the color of the label. Or you can change the typography of the label. So if I come to content, I can go to each of these. Let's see, the labels. I can change the color of the text, the background, to black or something of that sort. It doesn't appear that it gives us the ability to change the color of the outer color of the label itself. So I'll just I'll just save this. And when I save that, I'm going to close. And then I'll come to mega menu and I'm going to save. For settings, I'll just leave this the way it is. I will save that. And then I'm going to come to the menu and I'll reload. So you see, this is what it gives me. This is what it gives me. Now, if I make this to be full width, or let's say custom width, and I make this, let's say 1080 px, and I'll save. And then if I come here, I reload this. So you see, it shows where? It shows better now. It shows a lot better now because I made it 1080px. So that is how we create mega menus for free in Elementor using Elements Kit. If you found any value out of this video, please like the video, subscribe, and why not share it and post your comment, and make sure you are subscribed to this channel. God bless you. Peace.